special reason you are introducing Arthur Capper.
Yes, I'm a client at the East Steels Kappa Foundation. They have made a difference in my life. I appreciate all the sacrifices Senator Kappa made to make this foundation possible.
You know, for many years, he personally funded most of the foundation efforts.
He also founded 4-H.
You know, that is important to JA because JA was started by a group of business people in the East who saw what 4-H could do and wanted something like that for city students. And they began all of JA's efforts based on Senator Capper's original idea.
He was so awesome.
Capper was governor, senator, newspaperman, pioneer in broadcasting. He was the nation's leading publisher of the time. What would you like to be when you grow up?
A storm chaser.
You know, that could be dangerous.
What? Yes, you must be in a special tornado-proof car.
Sounds hard.
Well, I might have to settle for a plain old meteorologist. Would you like to know what I would not want to be?
Sure.
I would not want to be a gold miner. Have you seen what they have to go through? Besides, there are lots of other careers out there.
That's right, and Senator Capper was in many of them. Let's watch this video.
Arthur Capper, to me, is a quintessential Kansan. He aspires to great things, but he's a very ordinary man in many ways.
Arthur Capper grew up in Garnett, Kansas, for the most part, and probably his childhood kind of set the tone for his political career, his business career, and the extra things that he did in his life.
Arthur Capper is born on the heels of the Civil War. Kansas at that time is a very energetic, volatile place, and that helped shape his worldview. He is optimistic, and the world was optimistic then. They'd just come out of that war, and the country is expanding westward, so there is an optimism in that era of history.
Capper was the oldest of 5 children. It wasn't an upper class upbringing exactly, but it was a comfortable existence. They didn't have to worry about where their next meal was coming from.
And he always remains a very simple man. What he ate was simple. What he wore was simple. Where he lived. He was a very simple man in many ways and very representative of Kansas. Newspapers were so incredibly important to people when Arthur was growing up. And Arthur grows up understanding the value of the media, how the media connects people all across America to one another.
He also started journalism early. When he was 13 years old, he started a paper route. Just after that, he got a semi-toy printing press for Christmas that let him print handbills and notices that he sent around the neighborhood. And that began his printing career. Capper went to work as a printer for $18 a week for the Topeka Daily Capital. He was a teetotaler, and he found himself in a speech that a local judge, Judge Martin, was giving about the importance of enforcing the law against the joints that were open in Topeka. And he noticed that there wasn't a newspaper man there, so he had his paper and pencil, and he started taking notes, and he wrote a story, and he turned it into the Capital Journal. And the editor, Major Hudson, was so impressed that he offered him a job as a reporter. Well, the reporter's job only paid $15 a week. And all the printers thought that he was crazy to take a cut in pay. All those printers worked for him a few years later. And he bought his first newspaper, the North Topeka Mail. To that, he soon added the Breeze, and it became the Mail and Breeze, and he started his accumulation of newspapers and farm journals that finally reached a circulation of over 4.5 million.
And when you're talking national subscriptions to magazines, you've got people all over the country being influenced by words that